Hi everyone, welcome back to Sheepler's podcast. Today's guest is April Rose Gabrielli. Did I pronounce that right?
Gabrielli, yeah. There's a lot of letters in there. Good job. It's okay.
Hi, welcome to my podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
So April is a singer, a songwriter, producer, and entertainer. And today we will be discussing her love for music and her new single, Do You? So when did you first start playing music?
I started playing music when I was a little girl, about like 4 years old. And my mom always had a keyboard in the house and was always playing music. And a bunch of the first songs that I heard and I learned were actually some of hers. So from the age of about 4 and on, I've just kind of been surrounded by music. I started playing the actual piano at maybe about 9, where I was getting really serious about it and feeling connected with it. And then about 12 and on, I started writing songs. And then I just kind of have not stopped doing that since. And so I've been writing songs for that long and working with different artists and all that since then.
So your mom plays music too?
Yeah, my mom sings and plays piano and writes. Yeah, she's super talented.
Wow, that's amazing. So maybe y'all can sing a song together.
Yeah, I know. Well, I wrote a musical when I was in high school, and she and I wrote a lot of the songs together. So that was like, yeah, and then some of them were from her writing experiences in different bands and from when she was like a young adult. And then some of them were new, and then we kind of also collaborated on a bunch too.
Wow, that's amazing. So
Yeah.
is your mother who inspired you to start playing music?
Yeah, I definitely think she helped. She was my biggest cheerleader then, as she still is now.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. So how would you describe your music that you create? Like how would you describe it? Like
How would I describe it? Um, well, sonically, I mean, it's pop music and rock music. I like to add nostalgic elements into it too to make it sound like strings, mellotron, a nice organic piano. But I love the vibe or the harshness of a good like rock guitar too. And then everything's very centered around the vocal part too, which I consider myself a singer first and foremost. So I love singing. I love singing loud and powerfully. It just makes me feel like $1,000,000. So, that's like kind of the thing that like I center everything around. So I guess it's pop rock centered with voice, some symphonic elements of strings, and
Thanks.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. Cause I review music, so I listen to your song "Do You" over and over and over again, and I was like, I'm gonna write a review on it. So I wrote a review on it, and you kind of remind me of I think her name is Haley Steinfeld. I think that's
Oh, I know who that is.
her. You like? I was like, she kind of sounds like her a little bit. So
That's
it's like,
cool. Yeah, I know her as an actress, but I don't know if I've ever listened to a song of hers. I don't know a name, but
oh yeah, because she played
that's
in Pitch
talented.
Perfect. Oh
Oh, right.
yeah.
Right,
So
right.
so what inspired your song "Do You"?
Oh man. I was I'm a very timid person emotionally, which is funny because most people that know me, I'm very outspoken and pretty extroverted. I'm 100% Italian. So I'm like out of my mind for the most part. But when it comes to emotional situations and expressing myself and really connecting on a more intimate level, I'm very timid and I keep it very quiet. So I was very much so in a position where I could not hold in the way that I was feeling anymore. And I just felt so emotionally charged by these amazing feelings of love that I had that I don't know, I just wrote the whole song. Just it came out like the first half and the chorus and the pre-chorus that all came out sort of like within the same moment.
Mhm.
And then the second half was written after that, I guess a couple weeks or months later, with my friend and producer, Kevin Iserman and Jacob Kulik. So, yeah, I guess what inspired it was this crazy feeling of intense love that I was feeling because I usually feel like just intense anger, and that's why I've always loved rock music and like that, like, that intense, emotionally charged thing, but this was the first time I felt really positive, emotionally charged. I can't hold it back feelings about love. I don't know if that sentence was grammatically correct, but I think it was close.
I loved it. I loved it. I like the chorus. The chorus part definitely was
Thank
good.
you.
That was really good. So
Yeah.
are you working on any new albums or anything?
Yeah, definitely always working on new music, whether it just comes to me or I'm sitting down to work on it on the piano. But I have an EP in the works that's almost done. I have to fix one song on there. It's probably going to be about a 5-song EP. And Do You will be the leading single on that EP. And then with that, I'm also in the process of writing a full length album as well. But I have like this is like what I'm like part of what I'm looking at. This is kind of like a song list of stuff that I'm like in the process of either like producing, writing, or finishing with friends of mine and creative partners. And then I have another big stupid list on top of that that's even like broader from
Wow.
snippets and stuff. Yeah, it's like a form of mental sickness. I don't know what it is. It's like insanity, but yeah. So I have like a bunch of things I'm working on and kind of have ideas on, but I'm trying to like reel it in, stay focused, and just get it all done the best that I can.
That's amazing. So I do have a question. Like this is the questions outside of the questions I was gonna ask you, but if like what musician would you want to collaborate with, like write music with and sing?
Um, there's so many good ones. I would love to sing with Pink because she's amazing.
Oh yeah.
She's the best. I would love to write with Freddie Mercury from the lead singer of Queen, right? Just because his musical style and writing style is just out of this world, obviously. Who else? I just had one that floated away. I don't remember, but yeah, David Bowie too is crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love David Bowie.
Yeah, like just creatively, like all over the place. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, those are a few. Yeah.
That's cool. I love Pink. I like how she's singing with her daughter. That's really
Yeah,
cool.
and
I
she has
love
such
it.
a beautiful voice, her daughter Willow, like
Oh,
amazing.
oh yes. And I
Yeah.
love how she speaks about her daughter and speaks to her daughter. Like I just like Pink.
No, I just like even if she wasn't a singer, like the fact that she's an incredible singer, acrobat basically, and performer, and also a quality person, seems like an amazing mother and a pretty great wife and partner. It's just like, okay, full package, like cool, admirable, like really cool. So yeah, she's always been my like one of my first favorite albums was her album Misunderstood or
Yes.
Misunderstood, whatever the spelling is. But I think that's her second record. I think she wrote it with Linda Perry. But yeah, that was like one of my first favorite records.
So
Yeah.
we was talking before we started live, but I wanted to talk to you about how you got your big break.
Yeah, sure. So while I feel like I haven't completely had the biggest of big breaks, I still feel like I've made a lot of strides in the past, I guess 2 years or so now. And it's since I met my now manager, John Velasco. And he's been just a great collaborator, a great creative partner, business partner, super great with strategy on all the things that if you've seen that I've done, like he's the brains behind so much of it. So and he's connected me with a lot of different people and businesses and things like that. So I actually met him when I got a random text from someone saying that, oh, an artist dropped out of a show tonight and we just need someone to come and play a couple songs. No pay, but there'll be a lot of cool people there. And I didn't have to bring a piano. So that's like a major win when you're living in New York City and you don't have to like, drag this big thing with you, which I've done a million times, but it's a nice break. So I was like, yeah, I'll definitely go easy, whatever. And it's always good to network with people. That's always been my belief. FaceTime is super important. Anywho, so I get there and I get to this event and there's this really nice gentleman like just running sound. I'm assuming he's just the sound guy or whoever. He just set up the system. Really nice guy. And then we're talking. He's very knowledgeable about like the music business and music publishing. I'm like, oh, that's very cool. Very good. Whatever. We're talking, getting along great. He was super nice. I played. And then after the fact, when I was networking with everyone was like, "Oh, did you meet John? He's running the whole event. This is his company." Like we were in this beautiful building. Like I had no idea this is his company. Blah blah. So I was like, "I don't think I met him. Can you point him out to me?" And then they're like, "It's this guy," and I'm like, "Oh, you the sound guy." So meanwhile, I'm thinking this really amazing, nice person is like the sound guy, which there's nothing. Sound guys aren't low on the totem pole or anything. They're pretty much in control of everything that goes on during a live event. But anyway. I'm just thinking he's there to volunteer, have fun, whatever. And meanwhile, he's like one of the most veteran music publishers and managers in the music industry. And I was just kind of talking to him like random, like he was just a random nice person on the street. So anyway, long story short, I got his contact info so we could continue to chat and all that. And I just thought he'd give me some good advice on publishing and starting my career off because I was starting to branch out and wanted to do some solo music because I've been in bands previous to this. And he gave me a lot of really great advice, and I connected with BMG Music Publishing Company. So that was like my first deal that I signed, and through that deal, we also decided that he would be a perfect manager for me. So that I would say is kind of like where this whole sorry that was super long, but that's the shortest way I can describe it because it's important to note all the strange details in between. But yeah, he has really lifted my career to a point where I've never experienced it before because I've been doing this for a long time. I've been performing and playing forever, but not in the way in which I've been able to through John's direction and working with my label, Soho Records, and things like that. So I feel like that's kind of where it started, what, 2.5 years ago?
Wow, that is amazing. That's really amazing.
It's a ridiculous story. It's really silly. And it was such like a movie thing because I was in a really bad place in my life, like emotionally. And I've always kind of just been like I write music. I'm clearly like all over the place, like, and creative people are usually emotionally like kind of a mess, which I can totally attest to. But I was in a really rough spot. And so meeting him and like a lot of other really kind people to follow that were encouraging of my art was just like kind of storybook. So it was really nice.
Yeah, that is amazing. So how was your experience like at the New York show? I forgot what it's called. I saw that you performed there. I think it was 2 nights ago.
Oh yeah, this previous one. Yeah. We did a charity concert event on 9/11, benefiting Operation Warrior Shield. So Johnny presented the event. Myself and a bunch of amazing other performers played, and it was a great time. It was really cool. I got to wear this sweet jacket that I've been wanting to wear for a while.
Oh yeah. I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, like it was custom made for me by a family friend. So I was just so lucky to be able to actually like show it off because, like I said before this, it's like I've played to rooms of 0 people with the lights off, basically. So like, there needs to be a right occasion to wear like the best jacket. And it was luckily a fashion week event as well, rolled into this sort of charity thing. So, and I got my hair done. And it was just like such a fun time, and the songs were super fun to sing, and there was great reception. So yeah, that was a great event.
That was. I did want to mention your jacket is really nice. I was like, that's a nice jacket. Like I was just looking at the jacket the whole time. I'm like, wait.
It makes you feel when you're like, I always say this, like people have different opinions about this, and I don't mean it in like a superficial way at all, but honestly, for me, what I wear really lifts me up and makes me feel like larger than life a lot of the time. So if I'm doing like a big event or a show and maybe I don't have like a ton of confidence behind what I'm doing, like I know if I'm in the right attire, I'll feel like superhuman. And my partner was joking with me that I kind of looked like a professional wrestler in the jacket, but I was like, good. I feel like that. Like I'm about to go out and like kick some butt. Like this is what's gonna happen. Like, you know what I mean? I think clothes and the way that you present yourself are like a super important part of, just life. For me, it's always helped.
Yeah. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I want to thank you so much, April, for coming on my podcast today.
Sorry, that was a bad time to take water. No problem. Thank you. I really appreciated chatting with you.
You have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
Bye. Hey everyone, I want to thank you all so much for listening to my interview with April. She is an up and coming star. If you haven't heard her newest single, "Do You," I suggest you listen to it. It is a great song, and it's just an amazing song. You will definitely love the chorus. I know I love the chorus, and also wrote a review on the on her record. I mean, of her track. So if you want to check out anything that she has going on, I have linked her website below. It is aprilrosegabrielli.com. And you can just check out what she's up to. Check out her music video. Her music video is pretty cool too. So I hope you all have a great day, and thank you all so much for supporting my podcast. I'm eternally grateful. Have a great day.